Greetings, my name is Timothy Collinson and I'm the Faculty Librarian for Technology. And this video is going to take us through how you can go beyond finding book and ebook material into those journal articles and other resources as well that you'll need for assignments and dissertations and perhaps further research as you go on in your time at university. So if I share my screen with you, you'll see that I'm going to start from library.port.ac.uk. That's the library homepage. And once I'm there, I can click on this click to search library resources, big blue button in the top right corner. And I'm going to use this discovery service box here at the top. I'm going to do a search for something very straightforward like artificial intelligence. And we'll get lots of results here because this is a broad topic and we have lots of resources in this area. So I'm going to guess there'll be over millions of results. And we can look in further videos on how you can narrow that down. Yes, I'm getting 3,700,000 results here. And it's popped some featured results up at the top here. There's a journal called Artificial Intelligence, so it's shown us that. There's a research starter called Artificial Intelligence, which is kind of like a Wikipedia page on the subject, gives you an overview and perhaps has some really good academic references at the end. And sometimes it finds other resources such as our Credo reference database, which will give you dictionaries and encyclopedias and other things. And then if you scroll past those featured results, you get into the actual results that you've searched for. In this case, it's brought lots of books up to the top because we have lots of book material on the subject. But further down, there'll be other material as well. Sometimes down at the bottom of the page, you'll even find there's video material, which might be useful for you as well. So don't miss that if it crops up. So how do we refine down from 3 million results? Well, you can see some of these filter buttons along the bottom of the search box here. One of the most obvious is peer-reviewed journal articles. And if you want to get straight into that, you can, or you could limit by time. It offers us 3 defaults there, but you can go into the advanced search or another filter I'll show you in a moment to actually put in a specific time frame. And the other one that you can do is, or the other multiple searches, filters that you can apply is under all filters. It pops up this screen on the right hand side. And here you can see all sorts of options, including searching the catalogue only. If you want to do that for book and ebook material, one of the advantages is that that will give you a cite button for the material, which the catalogue by itself doesn't give you. Here's the published date that I mentioned. So you get the 3 defaults, but you can also put in a custom range. And then further down, even more usefully, there are source types. So here you can, for example, say that you want just academic journal articles and conference materials, or you might want to say, for example, that you need to find magazines or newspaper material or other things as well. So you can see some of the options there, but there's also more if you click on that. There are 1 or 2 other options here to do filters. You can search by language and geography and that kind of thing. If we, though, select journal articles and conference papers under the source type, that will start getting us into that good scholarly academic information that we want to find, and it will knock the results down from 3,700,000. It'll still be a high number. In fact, yes, it's only thrown out 1 million things there. But you can see now if we scroll past those featured results that we're now beginning to get, we're still getting book material. But there's peer-reviewed journal articles, some book material still as well. Can't tell you why that's cropping up, but it does happen on occasions. So how do we then begin to get into hone it in onto what we really want? Well, a couple of ways of doing that, as well as adding these filters, is to go into the advanced search and to add further keywords, which we'll explore in another video. And the other thing that you can do is you can do little tricks like putting in quote marks to find the exact phrase artificial intelligence instead of just the word artificial, perhaps somewhere in the title and then intelligence somewhere else in an abstract or something. So you can see that's thrown out a lot, but because these 2 words are quite strongly tied together, it hasn't actually thrown out very many. And it's also possible to truncate. So you could search, for example, for computing by doing COMPUT asterisk, and it will search for computer, computers, computing, and that kind of thing. But we'll explore that more in more detail in another video. So I'll thank you for watching this. Do ask us if you've got any questions, and please get in touch with us via email or face-to-face or on the phone. or via chat if you want to ask more in more detail.